Hey drummers, Garey Williams back with another reaction and analysis video. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in lessons or drum set courses or a cool Facebook group for drummers, all that info is in the text box below, so check it out. Today's video, we're going to be checking out the one and only Jack DeJohnette. I was fortunate to see him when I was a young college student, and he's great then, and I believe awesome still now. So here we go, Jack DeJohnette. Nice. Cool doubles. Boom, 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 boom. Love that power he has. Ooh. Right, right, left, left kick. Like fives with a kick. And those are like inverted six-stroke rolls. Those are like paired littles with doubles in front of them. Right there. Love that. Doubles on the kick are really good too. Yes! All these fantastic doubles. Singles thrown in there. Singles, kind of blast beatish. And then unisons, bass and hands together. It's more boom, 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 boom. Singles on the bottom, doubles on the top. Love that. Like it crashes the ride. Like that. Yes! God, I love that. See, right, left kick, left, right kick. A lot of repetition. Doubles on the bass, call and response of sorts. Right, left, chick. Doubles mixed with that, singles. More singles and doubles. Love those fives. Right, right, left, left, chick. A lot of fives between the hands and bass drum. And then a lot of fast right, left kick. Wow, fast foot. Funk. Sort of gad thing there, displaced doubles. Yes! Seventh. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. Love the flam stuff. Yes! Yes! Singles. Okay, now you can see the bass drum beater right above his left drumstick, that little blurry thing right now where I have the video paused. Now the reason I paused it here is that I love it. Small bass drum, higher tuning, typical of more of a jazz-oriented drum sound, and more open. not a dead stroke, not with muffle rings and pillows and any of that kind of stuff. So basically he plays dead strokes where the beater's mashed against the head, which slightly raises the pitch depending upon how hard he's pressing, and then open strokes, where he's dead strokes, open strokes, where he's playing off the head, just plucking it like you would normally a stick on a drum. And it's really nice because you can actually mess with that, where you deliberately play dead strokes and open strokes. I don't think it's quite that intentional. I think it's more of an organic thing. But if you listen carefully, you can hear how sometimes the bass drum has more of an open, slightly lower, more resonant tone, and other times it's more slightly higher and dead. So it's kind of cool how we can get those effects because of the way the bass drum's tuned. So you can study the beater here and you can kind of see it in action. Dead strokes and some are more. You can hear high right there. It's high. Wow! 16 though triplet double strokes between left hand bass drum. A lot of dialogue between the kick and the left hand. Nice! Cool rim shots. Yes. Yes! Nice! Love that right hand rim shot. It's a little higher. Yes. Nice little call and response. Nice. Kind of a Latin reggae vibe. Ooh, 1 up, 3 down. Duck, duck. Off to the distance. Love that fade out. Notice how he's playing near the edge of the snare drum, and more toward the cup or bell, center of the hi-hat cymbals. Nice. Right, left, left kick. Right, left kick, right, left kick. Yes. Right, left kick, right, left kick. Yeah. Button. Oh, that was just so cool. Yeah, man. Oh, fantastic. Jack has been with us for a while. What an amazing drummer, huge contributor to more contemporary or modern jazz drumming. I first was introduced to him in a book called Different Drummers by Billy Mintz, and I particularly liked his page in the book because I was more of a roots of rock and getting into jazz later in high school and certainly deeply into it in college. But at that time, which was high school, I was exploring some of these different jazz drummers through this book. And there was a sound sheet in there that you could tear out and listen to. But there was this really cool page, and it was a lot like this, funk kind of stuff. Not as much swing or flattened out funk jazz. It's kind of A lot of bass drum, snare drum interplay. His bass drum, again, is tuned higher, as I mentioned earlier, and Jack DeJohnette was known for having a smaller, higher pitched bass drum. He was one of the earlier drummers to use a higher pitch, along with Elvin Jones. There were others, but he was definitely one of the forefronts to that kind of playing in my ear. And there's this very cool album called Pictures, which features John Abercrombie on guitar and Jack DeJohnette on drums. It's just guitar and drums, and it's amazing the kind of dialogue and how full it sounds. But there's a transcription of the style of his playing in John Riley's book, The Beyond Bop Drumming, where he goes into some analysis of Jack DeJohnette's playing. So if you're interested in getting into that, I've just referenced 2 different resources. Probably John Riley's is more accessible and goes into it in far more detail with transcriptions, audio recordings, and some text. So there's a lot of detailed stuff if you really want to get into the study of this guy's playing. So he's also an exquisite pianist. In some respects, he plays piano almost as well as he plays the drums, maybe as well, you could argue. But he did actually go on a tour as a pianist, and the drummer in the ensemble is, there was a different drummer in the ensemble. So it's interesting because this guy is so skilled, and I've heard him in various different ensembles. He reminds me of Bill Bruford in the sense that his drum kit always seems to be evolving. The cymbals he were playing was sort of the second generation of the Jack DeJohnette series, signature series as they used to be called. Sabian since then has renamed all their signature models and put the signature of the drummer who inspired the design in the cup on the bottom, but that's not the name of the cymbal. But he had the, I had actually an earlier Jack DeJohnette ride that was black, that was very dry, and then the Encore series had a tanner color. And they're manufactured in a way where they didn't have a whole lot of sustain. They were more dead and some kind of a coating, sandblasting, some interesting manufacturing processes to getting that kind of sound. But he has a whole array of those if you're interested in checking those out. He's always been a sonar drummer as long as I can tell, as I've known. And then I remember seeing him play at a place called Cornish College of the Arts. This was after I graduated from college, living in Seattle. And he did this like 30-minute performance of just drums. I mean, it went on, and it almost sounded like he was practicing a little here, where as a jazz drummer, you're always continuously in the improvisational mindset. So you're constantly exploring, and when you have something that's beginning to develop, you don't want to interrupt it with formula. It's that organic aspect of improvisation. It goes where it wants to go at the moment it wants to go there. So I really liked some of the stuff he was doing. Some things were like organic, some were more intentional, and it was interesting the way he would play, and all then these sheets of sound. It was like a river flowing at times, where you could hear this constant flow of activity, and then it would get really roaring like the rapids, then it would calm down. But just beautiful singles and doubles, great sense of dynamics, just very crafty in terms of his ability to just constantly let ideas evolve. It's very amazing that he can just really bring more and more ideas to the plate, and doesn't seem like he's playing as many patterns as he's exploring the development of some themes and grooves. So anyways, that's the great Jack DeJohnette. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and again, if you're interested in lessons, contact me with the information below. Until then, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next reaction and analysis video. Take care, and bye-bye.